Yo, almost all of my teenage years have been put into one single effort: make money online. And you can probably relate to this. But I took it one step further, dropped out of high school, and I went all in. But I realized I wanted to not just talk about game development, which is my main channel. I'm more interested in business in general. So that's why I'm making this channel, documenting my journey. I'm not going to sell you anything. So I thought, what better way to share my journey than to share a day in my life? So let's do it. Let's walk through a day in my life of a full-time founder. I'm 17, by the way. High school dropout, trying to make it. So today we have a few different tasks. I'm going to edit a video, need to do some voiceovers for that. It's a bigger project. We'll look into it. And I'm also working on my first real SaaS product, which is people selling products online. I help them basically have a compliance report so that they have their legal stuff in check. I'm making a tool for that right now. To be honest, I don't know super much about it, but we're going to learn, right? We can talk about how I got the idea there, but let's get started with editing the video. I think that's the frog task for today. So this is the video. As you can see, it's kind of like a complete monster here in the timeline. And I'm also self-taught. So if you're into video editing and you're looking at this and I'm doing something like really wrong, inefficient, please tell me in the comments, because I've not watched a single video, absolutely zero actually when I think about it. Maybe like one tutorial on animations. That's the only thing. That was like 2 minutes long. Other than that, I've not watched a single video on editing, so I'm just self-taught. Please let me know in the comments if I'm doing something like horribly wrong. But yeah, it's basically about me making the most addictive game possible, where I use like science, talk to my friend here about some sciencey things on how to make addictive games, and then I kind of make the game here. And I've spent so long on this video to the point I've had to like really hold down my other work because this is just taking so long. It's just like these, as you can see, I've only like finished with this part right now, like around 4 minutes, and I've probably spent 50 hours on these 4 minutes, and I still have a lot more to go through. So I better get to work. I'll need to do some voiceovers and stuff, so. Now, something else about me is that I always wake up early. And the reason why I do this, and if you're watching this and you're like a founder like me, you want to get things done, you're in school, whatever, you have a job, whatever your situation is, I think waking up early is like the best thing you can do for your productivity. The lighting here is fucking killing me, bro. Is that better? I'm not sure. You can see me, right? Waking up early is like the best thing you can do. Just doing the hardest thing possible in the morning. So for me, that would be developing my game or editing a video. Things that doesn't really excite me, but it's important. Or the most important thing. But especially if it's hard and you need to do it, then that should be the thing that you should do in the morning. So this applies if you want to like get fit as well. If fitness is your priority in your life, you have like money and stuff like that in order, or you don't really care about that now, you should work out in the morning, because that's when you have the most energy. If you really want to make money online, you shouldn't study in the morning or just work on business in the evenings. In that case, you should work on business first thing in the morning, wake up earlier, go to bed like really early, wake up earlier, to have more time before you go to work or school, or before your family wakes up, before other people are able to distract you, so that you can work on your game. You should have as much possible time in the morning. Like the more time you have in the morning to work is like directly correlated to how productive you are in the day. Even though the hours might be the same, it's just the fact that it's in the morning, it's in your undistracted time, people can't distract you, are so important. I remember I started waking up early like when I I'll need to make a coffee. I can't talk forever. But I started waking up early when... Sorry, I hope... Can you guys see the mess in the kitchen? I really like this coffee here. I started waking up early when I went to the gym. Like when I was younger, that was my priority. Because I had this like period where I was just like really working out a lot. I did MMA in the evenings, and then I did like strength training in the mornings. And I figured that the gym is very crowded in the evening, so fuck that, I said. And I just worked out in the mornings instead. And ever since, I've just been really enjoying it. I was never the type of person to wake up early, but after I did that, and also I learned after I woke up early, I figured out that, oh, this is actually really nice. My brain works really nice. And then I figured out from like my mentors and the people that I watch on YouTube for like productivity and stuff, they also always recommend you work in the mornings, you wake up early, go to sleep early, because the mornings are just the best. I will say though, I think there are some people that actually work better like in evenings, but then it had to be very late. It had to be like 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. because that's also like undistracted time. And I think some people's brains we're all different, right? We're not the same. 90% of people I think would benefit from the morning, 95, 99. But some people, you shouldn't assume that's you, but like it could be you, where you work, your brain just doesn't fucking work in the morning, and like very late at night is your best time. You kind of need to experiment with this, but for 99% of people, probably the mornings are really nice. So that's a tip from me to you. It's one of the best things I've done for the best thing that I've done for my productivity ever. So yeah, let's make this coffee. I just make instant coffee because there's a lot of steps to making like filtered coffee, and I think this actually tastes like amazing. I really like this espresso type coffee, and it says espresso, but I just take fucking a lot of powder. Oh, you can see. I just take a lot of powder and then water. Doesn't matter. But just because it's an espresso doesn't mean it needs to be small. Maybe I'm overstimulating myself with the caffeine here. I don't know. But it tastes really good. So I'll just sit there while I explain why having fat in your coffee is like one of the best things you can do for productivity. So I drink 2 cups of coffee a day, and I wake up at 5 a.m. Important information. It's random, but it's important. Okay, so I wake up at 5. I don't eat until like 10, 11, 12 a.m. Or not 12 a.m., 12 p.m. And when you don't eat for that long, your brain doesn't have an energy source. So you can focus worse because your brain is depleted of energy. Sure, I can function, but I can't work at my peak because my brain is lacking energy. So what I do to compensate for that, and what you can do as well, is that you can take fat, which is going to be like butter, MCT oil, preferably, in your coffee, and then that's going to convert into energy for the brain without spiking your blood sugar, giving you a crash, and making you feel sluggish, and the bottlenecks of, or the downsides of carbohydrates, right? So it's basically just to get energy for my brain. It also kind of suppresses my hunger a bit, which is nice, but it's not the main thing. I'm kind of used to fasting now. Yeah, so MCT oil is the best. It's actually a huge difference between MCT oil and butter, but my bottle of MCT oil has run out, and also I often just use butter because the MCT oil tastes, at least one I bought, tasted fucking shit, to be fair. It tastes like horrible, or not horrible, but it's like, it's not good. It has like a strong fatty taste. It's just like weird. But butter, I'm going to go as far as to say butter in coffee tastes good. Like it does make it worse. In my personal humble opinion, bulletproof coffee, like coffee with butter, tastes in many cases slightly better than normal coffee. Not always. Not always. Okay, obviously I enjoy a normal black coffee, but a bulletproof coffee, this is too warm to drink now, by the way. But bulletproof coffee with butter, it's actually not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad, and also it gives you energy. So yeah, it's worth a try. Finally I'm done with the video that I've spent so long on. Holy shit, it's exporting now. Let me share what I think about it. So I spent like a long ass time on this video. I spent a long ass time on this video, and I mean, I estimated like 50 hours, but I worked like 5 only today. And I think it might be more like 80 hours that I worked on this, and it's like 2 full fucking work weeks, right? And the thing with the game is that I'm not super proud of it. And by the way, that's 80 hours, not including the time that I actually had to make the game, because the video is about me making a game. So it's probably like 100 hours. Like it's insane how much time I spent on this, and the end product I'm not super proud of. To be fair, I kind of fixed the time problem. It's around like 6 minutes, but I'm not super proud of it. I'm not sure what to do with the thumbnail. I really enjoyed the idea of the video. It was like I made the most addicting game using science. The idea itself is really good, but I think the execution lacked a bit, and the game itself, the way I documented it, like while I was making it, I forgot a lot of the things that I did, what I was supposed to say, how I actually structured making the game. So making the editing and putting the video together was a bit harder than it could have if I documented what I did like correctly as I was making the game, not making the game, waiting 2 weeks, then starting the video, and then I just forgotten everything and I just had the clips to work from. So, I mean, you learn, I guess. I'm just really happy to be finished with it. Hopefully I'm going to get some eyeballs on it, some views. What I did though to funnel people onto my course, so if you don't know, I have this like game development course, but not right now I'm focusing more on coaching. I barely get any sales on the course. It's like more the coaching. So I can show you what I did to get people to actually like on the course. So what I did, I basically have this like website where I just put random stuff. So I have on my website I put this page, which is basically the game, and you probably can't see it now, but it's not that important. It's basically on this page I have this button here, which is the CTA to my program. So it says on the website, you play the game, but below the game itself, it says, want to build games people actually finish and play? Then it's a link to join Smartini, and then it's a link to my website. I should change this to my actual school. And then I come to my sales page. They can join the community completely for free. And I DM them, and I kind of like sell them. Try to help them first, and then I offer my coaching service after that. After I give them some free advice on a free call. So basically that's sales call. Yeah, that's my phone. I'm really happy to be finished with the video. I've not posted much on YouTube because I've just been so fed up with all of these things, especially this video has like taken all of my free time. So really happy to be finished with it. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to probably start off a task on the software, the SaaS. And my goal for today is basically to be able to start the marketing and start the outreach so that I can start this like 7-day period where I just test out the idea. If people buy, like if the page converts, I'll commit to the idea, which might happen, I'm not sure, and I can make some money. My goal would be, for me to commit, would be like 5 sales after like 100 outreach, or some things that would be around like $250. What could happen though also is that the conversion is horrible, and this might very well happen. You know, you just try, and you have to know what to kill and what to continue, right? Um, yeah, if the conversion is really bad and I don't get many sales, I'll just kill it. I'll do some other thing, and yeah, but you just need to validate the idea before you fully commit. So that's what I want to do today. I want to start outreach, some cold DMs, making some posts, and yeah, I need to get everything finished up. I know there's a few issues with the payment system and stuff like that right now, so I'll have to fix that, and then I'll start outreach. But now we need to eat and go to the gym. To break the fast pre-gym, I just have 200 grams of pineapple. Not sure how many calories that is. Probably not that many. It's probably a lot of water. Yeah, 90 calories. Like 8 grams of dark chocolate, probably like 100 calories, and 250 calories of like a bread with some fatty cheese. I am bulking, but pre-gym and also to break the fast, you don't want too much food because then your gym performance will worsen, and also your stomach needs to kind of like adapt. Now it's very the stomach doesn't really want food right now, so break the fast, like get the stomach going, and then I can eat more once I'm home. It's like usually when you are focusing on one thing, you want to leave out everything that's not that one thing, and for me that would be like business, right? But the fact that I have so much free time, I do this like full time, I don't have school or normal job, means that I can be a bit more free on this. And also I think the gym helps me like work, because you can imagine if I only worked on like my computer at home and I only went to the gym like 2 times a week. I do like 5-6 now on the PPL. If you are interested in that PPL split, and I'll do 1 leg day though. But yeah, I think it helps me because I'm just being able to like go outside, have something else to think about. I don't feel so restless. I can focus better, can sleep better, and my brain works better. And I actually think it's like a main benefit. And also, I'm going to do this for like a long while. I went all in on this for like 9 months ago, and I was still not made that much money and made like super much progress, like visible progress. Obviously a lot of internal progress and knowledge, experience and stuff like that, but not a lot of monetary success, right? So I'll probably do this for a long while, and it needs to be sustainable. And the way I'm living now, where I can still go to the gym and work a lot, it's sustainable for me. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So just got back from the gym. I'm quite tired, which I usually am because I train quite hard, and I need some food. I have just ate 500 out of my 3,500 calories, and the clock is like 1 p.m. So I'll need to get some food, take a shower. Hopefully I can have some tasks that Codex can run to finalize the SAS MVP, which basically stands for minimum viable product. I can show you like a little bit more after I take a shower and get some food about what the SAS actually is. But as I said, the goal today is to start the outreach, like get an MVP so that I can start the outreach, and yeah, hopefully get a few sales. Yeah. Yo boys, what's up? So I've just been working kind of on my my tool for a bit. So let me explain what it is. Probably easiest if I show you the website here. So yesterday I bought this domain. I'll show you a screen recording. Sorry. Yesterday I bought this domain. gpsrdesk.com. I also bought the .co.uk. I also bought the EU one. I think I also bought this site one or something, but I haven't configured that because it was literally free. But yeah, basically, check your Etsy or Shopify listing for missing GPSR info. And GPSR, basically, it's General Product Safety Regulations, which covers almost all consumer products, including new, used, repaired, and reconditioned items. And in the EU, or when you're selling outside of the EU into the EU, you need to have these like things in order. You need to have these legal things in order. And what I'm going to sell is that I basically take this intake form. Let's see if I can have some like test GPSR desk test 9 or 11. Fuck, it's not working. Well, fuck, that's the thing with doing these things. Is that I don't really know how things work. But anyway, basically what happens is that you answer this like kind of this intake form thing where you write just a lot of details, everything that I need to make the full report. I have some predefined rules that I've used ChatGPT Pro to go over all the legal stuff about, and then it's going to give you a general, or the customer, a general audit of their GPSR kind of rules and how they can specify down what text and stuff and information that they should have on their website when they're selling. So the consumer base here is going to be mainly people in the UK, because a lot of people in the UK, small sellers at least, they ship into the EU, and then they would need to have these things in order because the UK is not in EEA, the economic area, or in EU. You can basically see on this, this is kind of like the report audit that I'm going to give the customers. The first ones are going to be manual, where I just kind of go over them myself with the help of ChatGPT, and where I use ChatGPT Pro for legal advice, so I know it's going to be all right, or yeah, it's going to be all right. And I'm going to make the system like to specifically and yeah, we don't have to talk more about that now, the specifics of it, but basically I'm selling my SaaS. It's the $49, it's a beta price, as you can see, and that's the offer that I have right now. And the first ones are going to be manual. So for today, basically what I have to do, I wrote this like little checklist here. Basically, I need to create a live Stripe payment instead of just a testing. I need to verify the Stripe success redirect and webhook endpoints and stuff like that, and also need to confirm that the email stuff is working. The email stuff is really confusing, bro. It's like, especially when you're trying not to pay, because I already paid for the domains, and I don't want to just like continuously pay. Oh yeah, I'll buy the Pro for this, bro. I'll buy the email for this, bro. I just don't want to continuously pay for all of these things before I verify that I actually want to work on this and commit to this idea. So yeah, I have this checklist of things that I need to do before I can start marketing. And yeah, it's currently 4 p.m. So hopefully everything is going to be done by in a few hours, and I can start marketing. So that's going to be really exciting. The best thing would do is to like market in the evenings and then wake up and have like a few sales. But that's the dream. But I won't have too high of hopes. My expectations are low. I think that's the best thing, to not get disappointed. Yo, so I'm actually going to bed now. I was so locked in, bro, to be honest with you. I've literally worked all day. It's 8 p.m. I still need a protein shake. I'm also just going to take like a quick walk around the block, just to like, I need some fresh air right now. And I'll take a quick shower and I'll go to bed. So what I've done today basically is just start with the outreach, finish the SaaS. I uploaded the video as well. Let's see how that's doing. Uploaded the video like 3 hours ago. yeah, it hasn't blown up yet, but it has just got 1 hate comment and 8 views or 10 views. I mean, the CTR is 15%. If you guys look at this, you guys can see. Yeah, it's like 15%, but it's only like 44 sample size, so shouldn't look at that too much. But anyway, not too concerned with that. That's YouTube, right? But as I was saying, what I've done today is that I've just marketed my SaaS. I've just done some outreach. I've got finished with everything. I think everything is set up where people can actually pay for the service. And yeah, it would be just really cool if I wake up tomorrow with some people that are engaged, some comments. A sale would be fucking awesome. But I'm not expecting that. I haven't done that much outreach yet. And what I'm doing for the sure, you'll get Google Drive, fine, Codex. What I'm doing to get the prospects is that instead of just sitting here like browsing Etsy and Shopify, whatever, I'm just using Codex to search Etsy for me, where it's finding prospects and it's finding their names and their websites and stuff like that. I have it on fast mode and I don't have to do anything about that, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, I'll see how that works. I also set up some email stuff. I have 3 domains. I have one .com, one .eu, and then one .co.uk. So, or I actually have 4. So I can like kind of, yeah, something interesting I figured out is that instead of having the link, like emailing them and then sending them the link, what I'll do is that I'll write this message like, what's going to be custom is their first name, shop name, Etsy URL, product type, and personal line. I'm basically saying, hey, first name, I saw your Etsy shop. Shop name, sales product type, personal line. Are you currently updating your Etsy listing for GPSR? Or did you decide to stop EU/NI sales for now? I'm testing a $49 GPSR listing readiness audit for UK Etsy sellers. And what my CTA is basically worth sending the page, ? So I'm not actually going to list the link or send the link because then I'll probably be marked as spam. But I'm asking them if I can do it, so I think that's the safest approach. Hopefully a few people will want me to send the link. Yo guys, I'm going to bed now. I just had this realization while I was like brushing my teeth. After today, I was just thinking like, I'm so fucking delusional. It's insane. I've just brainwashed myself so much to do the work and to commit to this success, or to commit to my dreams, which is going to be to move abroad and have full, complete freedom of my life and my circumstance. I've just like completely rewired my brain for that to be the only thing that cares in my entire life. Like today, I've literally not had time to think today about other things. I've just been working, and yesterday as well was completely like this. I didn't even have time to think. I was just working. I was just thinking of work. I was just not even dreaming about or daydreaming about the results or the outcomes, whatever. I was just so fucking locked in on doing the work, the input, right? And I'm not even thinking about the output. I know that fucking hedonic adaptation and my brain is going to make me adapt to whatever success that I achieve. And if you haven't realized this yourself, it might be something to look into. So hedonic adaptation, there's this thing like your brain is going to adapt to everything. You're going to make 100k. That's not going to fix your life. You're going to get adapted to that. If someone in Africa with no water, no food, living in like a mud hut had your life, bro, had your life, they would be so fucking happy for like 2 weeks. And then they would get used to it. It would just be average. Like for you, it doesn't really matter. You're probably depressed from like some fucking girl or whatever that that broke up with you or sent you like a weird message that you didn't like. You're fucking thinking about all these small things. Well, like there's some guy in Africa or India or whatever that doesn't fucking have food. Right? It's just like making more money won't fix your situation, but doing the work and being proud of yourself, working on something that's meaningful, and living your life true to what you like doing and challenging yourself, that's something that you're not going to get used to. You're not going to get used to being proud of yourself, right? That's something that's a feeling that you're going to carry on in your confidence, the way you speak, your experiences, the stories you can tell, how you can raise your kids in the future, whatever it might be. These are things that you're not going to get adapted to in the same way, like making this amount of money or whatever. I have this amount of muscle. You're going to get used to it, right? I'm like in the gym now. I'm getting like quite strong. Like my shoulders getting really strong. You can't really see it. My shoulders getting really strong. And like today I did 62 kg times 4 reps on like strict military press standing. And that's like really strong. It's like my body weight one rep max, right? Calculated. That's really strong. But today I was like, meh, okay. But the last time I got a PR on the OHP, where I was doing 52 or 55, it was like, oh, holy shit, bro, I'm so strong. I was asking ChatGPT, like, oh, how strong am I, bro? Now I'm just used to it. Doesn't fucking matter. Okay, I'm above average. Who cares? Who fucking cares, bro? I don't care about that anymore. It's like, you get used to absolutely everything. Don't have like your goal on this pedestal that, oh, when I get this amount of thing, I'm going to be happy. Do it for the journey, enjoy the suffering, enjoy the journey, and that's how you're going to enjoy your life.